If Nintendo gave you a 1-to-1 remake of Ocarina of Time tomorrow, would you be happy or would you feel completely cheated? The teaser trailer from last week's announcement gave us practically nothing, but it did show off some modern overhauls, like full-on voice acting and completely modernised graphics. As someone who just beat Ocarina of Time for the millionth time recently, my mind is racing with possibilities. It got me thinking about what this remake needs to do in order to actually succeed. I have been thinking it over and I've came up with the top 5 things that would make this timeless masterpiece amazing for a whole new generation. Starting with, number 1, it needs to be a full remake, not just a remaster. What I mean by this is we already have a way to play Ocarina of Time through the Switch Nintendo 64 app, and we've already got a polished version on the 3DS. I would love this one built from the ground up. I'm talking about expanded areas in the overworld, removing all the loading zones so the whole map is seamless like Breath of the Wild, and modernising the combat to make it more intuitive. However, recent data mining leaks suggest we might actually be getting a 1-to-1 remake. I'm taking this with a massive grain of salt until we get official confirmation. But it brings me to my next point. Number 2, quality of life updates. Even if those leaks are true and it is a 1-to-1 remake, I don't believe this game will flop. I think there's still massive opportunities to make this game better by modernising a few key areas. For example, add an area to the menu which will allow us to track which gold skulltulas we've collected. This could even be done similar to Paper Mario The Thousand Year Doors remake, which rewarded us with concept art and music for finding all collectibles in a specific area. More importantly, they need to streamline the time travel. Going back to the Temple of Time just to swap between child and adult Link sometimes completely kills the pacing, especially the Spirit Temple. Imagine being able to play a song or just press a button to swap timelines instantly. Think about how cinematic it would be to be able to trigger that shift in the middle of Hyrule Castle Town, to be able to see that immediate dark juxtaposition. Number 3, flesh out the lore. Outside the gameplay, Nintendo has a golden opportunity to inject some of the modern story elements into the game. When we first meet Rauru in the Chamber of Sages, what if he dropped a line hinting that the original Sage of Light wasn't even a Hylian? That would be an incredible nod to Rauru the Zonai from Tears of the Kingdom, beautifully linking a modern game back to this classic era. It's also the perfect time to finally show us how the downfall timeline triggers, since neither the original game nor the 3DS version explicitly shows a point where the timeline split happens. Number 4, scrapped content and side quests. If Nintendo really wants to blow fans away, they should finally build the scrapped Life Temple. Giving Rauru his own dedicated dungeon to earn the Light Medallion would flesh out his character and add a piece to the game which has always felt missing. On top of that, expanding side quests in the adult timeline would make the world feel so much more impactful. Let us see how ordinary Hylians are coping during Ganondorf's reign. Are they hiding? Are they fighting back? Make us really feel for those characters. Oh, and for the love of everything, please make the Postman side quest actually beatable. That running man has been destroying my ego for decades. And number 5, keep the soul of the game. My final and most important request is that Nintendo does not remove anything that made the original game great. Ocarina of Time has a notoriously dark atmosphere. Don't ruin it by overlighting the environments or watering down the gruesome nature of the Shadow Temple. That horror is exactly why it's one of my favourite dungeons in any Zelda game. And at the same time, don't lose the original game's signature quirkiness. The NPCs in Hyrule are weird, goofy, and heavily stylized. Making them look too realistic would completely strip away their charm. Finally, keep the 3DS version's post-game features, such as Master Mode and Boss Rush, to boost replayability. If they miss the mark on any of these points, it could severely change my opinion on what is now the 3rd release of the exact same game. And that is everything on my list. What do you guys think? If you can think of anything else this remake absolutely needs, drop it in the comment section and I might feature it in a future video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. That is all for now. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.